Hello and welcome to the table. I'm your host, Teen Wolf, and today we got 3 packs of Phyrexia. All will be one. And, yeah, let's get into it. Hopefully we'll pull some good cards and just have fun with that. And, haven't pulled anything really expensive in this set yet. But, hopefully when opening these things, geez, these don't want to open. But hopefully when opening these, that'll change. Cool art card. 68 of 81. And then, is this thing backwards? No, they went back to the backwards thing. Well, now I don't know what direction it is, because both of these are foil. Yeah, it's backwards. Gosh dang it. Alright, so Mountain. Beautiful foil Mountain to start off. Ooh, Bladegraft Aspirant, 2 in a red, 2/3 Menace. Equipment spells I cast cost 1 less, and the equip cost stuff. The equip abilities of equipment cost 1 less. Nice card. Barbed Batter Fist, 1 in a red artifact equipment for Mirrodin. When it enters, create a 2/2 red rebel, and then attaches to it. And the equipped creature gets +1 power, -1 toughness, and the equip cost is 1. So far, not bad. Mirrodin Bardish. 4 and a white, 4 Mirrodin card. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has vigilance, and equipped for 3 and a white. So far, all equipment stuff. Alright, that's gonna change now. Sky Scythe Engulfer. 5 and a green, 6/5. Phyrexian Beast with reach, trample, and can't be blocked by creatures with flying. Not a bad card at all. And then here, I'm just gonna move some cards just a little bit. And next up we have, Quicksilver Fisher. 3 and double blue, 4/3 Phyrexian Drake with flying that when it enters, you draw and then discard. Okay, actually not very good. Next up is Atraxa Skitterfane, a card that my dad was playing in draft today, and he loved this card. 3 mana, 2/2 artifact Phyrexian insect that enters with 3 oil counters on it. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you can remove an oil counter from this card to give a creature you control your choice of flying, vigilance, death touch, or lifelink until the end of turn. That's not a bad card. Yeah, here he is in the background. He loves this thing, and it's a good card. It's a really good card. And then Ickerplate Golem, 3 mana, 2/3 artifact Phyrexian Golem. Also played that the other day. Creatures you control with oil counters on them get +1/+1. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it has 1 or more oil counters on it, put an oil counter on it, so it just puts more oil counters on your stuff. And then Cinder/Ravager. This is a cool card. So far, I haven't seen any of these cards. 4, a red and a green, 5/5 Phyrexian Warrior that costs 1 less for each permanent you control with an oil counter on it. That's a really good card. And it's got vigilance, and when it enters, it deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. That's fantastic. And then Furnace Punisher, 2 in a red, 3/3 Phyrexian Warrior with Menace that at the beginning of each player's upkeep, this card deals 2 damage to them unless that player controls 2 or more basic lands. That's not a bad card. And I think this is the rare now. Monument to Perfection and Molten Rebuke. We'll look at that here in a sec. Monument to Perfection, 2 mana artifact that you can pay 3 and tap to search for a basic, a sphere, or locust land card. Reveal it, point to your hand, and shuffle. And for 3, you can have this become a 9/9 Phyrexian construct artifact creature. It loses all abilities and gains indestructible and has Toxic 9. Activate only if there are 9 or more lands with different names among the basic sphere and locust lands you control. It's a holy cow. And in Molten Rebuke, 4 and a red, sorcery, choose 1 or both. It either deals 5 damage to a creature or planeswalker or destroys an equipment. So yeah, Monument to Perfection is a card. I guarantee it's not expensive at all, but that's a, holy cow, really good card. And, I don't know if you noticed this, no black cards in all of my packs. Well, in my whole pack. That's crazy. Alright, with that aside, let's get into the second pack. Great first pack. Alright, got our second pack here. Set booster pack here. And let's get into it. Hopefully, we'll pull... I haven't pulled any mythics in this set yet. And I really want a mythic. That's a super cool art card. Wow, look at that. 17 of 81. Alright, I can't remember. It was this way. Why did they change the pack order again? I like the old pack order. Yeah, it's this way. Alright, so beautiful looking swamp. And I don't know if you noticed this. First land, foil. I guarantee that's worth money. Hopefully. And then Blightbelly Rat. 1 in a black, 2/2 Fire Extinct Rat with Toxic 1 that when it dies proliferate. If you don't know what Toxic means, when this card deals damage to a player, that player also gets a poison counter since it has Toxic 1. If it's 2, they get 2 poison counters, 3 poison counters, etc., etc. First black card, and it's a good one. And then another really good black card, Pestilent Siphoner, 1 in a black, 1/1 Fire Extinct Insect with Flying and Toxic 1. Great card. And then Contagious Vorak, 2 in a green, 3/3 Fire Extinct Boar Beast. When it enters, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a land from among them and put it into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom. If you didn't reveal a card this way, you proliferate. So, not a bad card. And then Prophetic Prism, 2 mana artifact. When it enters, you draw, and for 1 mana, you can tap it and add a mana of any color. Meh. Decent. Not very good, but yeah, it's whatever. Incubation Sac, though, is a pretty cool card with, like, Proliferate. 1 green artifact that enters with 3 oil counters on it, and for 4, you can tap and remove an oil counter from this to create a 3/3 Fire Extinct Golem artifact creature token. However, you can only activate this as a sorcery, so it makes it kind of bad, actually. And then Vat of Rebirth. And for 1 green, it's an artifact that says whenever another artifact or creature you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you put an oil counter on this card. And for 2 in a black, you can remove 4 oil counters from this card. And then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. That's a really good card. That's a really good card. Speaking of recursion, Vat Emergence. 4 in a black, sorcery, put a creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, and you proliferate. Which, basically, you choose any number of permanents and or players with counters on them, and then you get to add an additional counter to those permanents and players. So, like, if your opponent has a poison counter, you get another poison counter on the player. If the opponent has a -1/-1 counter on one of their creatures, another -1/-1 counter on one of their creatures, +1/+1 counter on one of your creatures, +1/+1 counter added to it, loyalty counter, another loyalty counter. And you get to choose the stuff that gets counters. And then there's another Blightbelly Rat, really good card, and in the showcase. And then, ooh, Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler Full Art. That's a beautiful card. Look at that. 1, a black and a green legendary, 3 loyalty planeswalker. You may activate the abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. And the +1 untaps up to 1 creature. And the -2 mills 3 and allows you to return a creature of mana value 2 or less from your graveyard directly onto the battlefield.
What is it?
Great card. It's a planeswalker. Tyvar Jubilant Brawler. I'm pretty sure the full art's like $6, but this is a really good card. And like, I'm pretty sure I talked about this already. Like Devoted Druid with this card, and another card from Streets of New Capenna, like Giada's Sword or whatever it was. But yeah, really, really cool looking card. And next up, there's still 2 cards left. There's another rare in this pack. Awesome. Let's see what it is. Filigree Silex. 2-mana legendary artifact that you can tap to put an oil counter on it. And you can tap and sack it to destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of oil counters on this card. And you can tap and remove 10 oil counters from a permanents you control and sacrifice this to deal 10 damage to any target. That's a really good card. So Tyvar is easily the best card so far. And Malcator's Watcher, 1 a blue, 1/1 artifact creature, Phyrexian drone with flying vigilance, and when it dies, you draw. That's a solid card. That's a really solid card. So yeah, I got 2 rares in that pack, Filigree Silex and Tyvar Jubilant Brawler. And let's get into the third pack. Let's see what else we get. Alright, last pack. Let's see what we get. The Tyvar was only worth $4, sadly. So, that's awesome. Showcase. So, it's not the full art, so I thought there was a full art version, but apparently not. But yeah, that was just a showcase version, but it's still a super cool card. And it's a really good card. So, okay. I've done this in the past on the channel. Also, cool art card, 9 out of 81. So, okay, so the tokens here, Phyrexian Might, that's a cool Might. So, the last 3 cards I know to put here, and then, let's see, how many uncommons are there usually? I'm just gonna go with, it's usually like 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna put 3 in front of these 3, just to be safe. I don't know exactly how this works, but I think, yeah, no, I did it wrong. How many more? I was off by 1. Okay, close enough. So, first up, Uncutus's Retrofitter. 2 in a blue, 2/3, Phyrexian Artificer with Toxic 1 that enters, when it enters, up to 1 artifact or creature, up to 1 artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/4 as so long as this remains on the battlefield. So, yeah, really solid card. Next up is Furnace Strider, 4 in a blue, or 4 in a red, 4/5 Phyrexian Beast that enters with 2 oil counters on it, and you can remove an oil counter from this thing to give a creature haste until the end of turn. That is not a bad card. And then the Autonomous Furnace, it's a land sphere that enters tapped, taps for red, and for 1 red you can tap and sack it to draw. Alright, let's just put non-basics there. And then the Furnace Skull Bomb, haven't gotten this one yet. 1 mana artifact that for 1 you can sack to draw, and for 1 red, ooh, it's not 2 in a red, that's awesome. For 1 red you can sack it to put 2 oil counters on an artifact or creature you control and draw a card. Activate only as a sorcery. That is the best Skull Bomb out of all of them. I'm going to say that now. Bone Picker Scourge is up next. 2 in a black 2/2 Phyrexian Imp with flying. That as long as an opponent has 3 or more oil or poison counters, this card has Death Touch and Lifelink. So it has the potential to be a 3 mana 2/2 with flying, Lifelink, and Death Touch. That is not. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that swamp. It's the Phyrexian Foil Swamp. How much money is that thing? Holy crap.
Foil Swamp?
Yeah, Phyrexian here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is a beautiful card. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put that off right here. That is, holy cow. So then there's Blight Belly Rat. We've already seen that. Same with Vat of Rebirth. Kind of said it. And Incubation Sac. Okay, this sucks. Okay, Graz Unstoppable Juggernaut. Okay, this is the foil. This is the last card of the pack, right? Or, yeah, there are 3 more cards left in the pack. I'm pretty sure I saw the next card, and I'm very glad to see it. But, so, Graz Unstoppable Juggernaut. This is basically the new version of the Juggernaut. But 8 mana, 7/5 Legendary Artifact Juggernaut. Foil that attacks each combat if able. And Juggernauts you control can't be blocked by walls. And other creatures you control have a base power and toughness 5-3 and are juggernauts in addition to their other creature types. Cool. And then Skrelv! Love me some Skrelvs. I love Skrelv. And, ooh, 3 rares in 1 pack. Wow. Okay, let's look at Skrelv last. Tangleweave Armor. It's a commander card, sadly. 2 and 2 green artifact equipment with living weapon. Haven't seen that in a really long time. Whenever this equipment enters, create a 0/0 black Phyrexian germ creature token, then attaches to it. And a equipped creature gets +X/+X, where X is the greatest mana value among your commanders. And it equips for 4. A card I don't care about. But Skrelv, this card's awesome. 1 white, 1/1 like legendary artifact creature, Phyrexian Might, with Toxic 1 that can't block, and for 1 Phyrexian white mana, so either 1 white mana or 2 life, you can tap it to choose a color, and give another creature you control Toxic 1 and Hexproof from that color until the end of turn, and it can't be blocked by creatures of that color. Awesome, awesome card. And yeah, Skrelv is just an amazing card. And looking at all of our cards, we got 6 rares. We got 6 rares in our packs. And this amazing foil Phyrexian Swamp. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, $5. It looks like it's a $5 card, which is awesome. I mean, that's worth all of that $5. But Skrelv, Tangleweave Armor, Graz, Unstoppable Juggernaut, Tyvar, Filigree Silex, and Monument of Protection. The other day, I got 2 of the 5 best cards in Pauper that I was talking about on another video. You should go check that out if you haven't already. And now I got 2 of the best modern cards in all of this set. So yeah, Skrelv and Tyvar are both great cards for modern, and I got them both in 3 packs. That's awesome. Still don't have Venerated Rot Priest. That makes me sad. Still haven't pulled a Mythic. That also makes me sad. But who knows? Hopefully, I'll pull that here soon. And with all of that aside, thank you for watching. I'm your host, Teen Wolf. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I mean, let's just say I'm lucky on this channel. And with all that aside, I will see you next time in a Phyrexian Collector Booster Opening Crack-A-Pack video. And, well, not video, they'll be shorts. But anyways, I'll see you then. Hope you enjoyed that.